Okay, hello.
Yes. Hello.
This is Anna Juusela. I'm here with Vijay and Sharon. Sharon is our small-scale fundraiser for Dalit Women Forum. We are aiming to enable the education for girls, and we have here also the target organization founder from Dalit Women Forum with Vijaya Kumari. Welcome both of you. This is the Q&A session for the fundraising. So happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Anna.
Thank you. We had some technical problems. We were supposed to have this live on Facebook, but now we are recording it. So if any of you have any questions or concerns, please just provide those to us and we do our best to answer them then later on. So this is all about questions related to the cause, to the target organization, anything related to women and girls empowerment. Please, please introduce yourself. We could start with Vijaya. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine, Anna. As you know, I am Vijaya Kumari. I did my graduation in sciences, a BSc, and for job sake, I entered this field, social work field. So, naturally, I am having this ideology. So, I very much connected with these issues. So, after I worked in various organizations with various capacities. Afterwards, of gaining experience in various fields, I worked with Muslims, commercial sex workers, Dalits, and whatnot. Jogins, religious prostitution. At last, I have registered a Dalit Women Forum organization in 1993 with like-minded people, academicians, social workers, activists. So I have started, it was registered in 1993, but actively working since 2001. We have worked with...
Yeah, just please continue. I was amazed that you have had so long this organization, over 20 years already. So that's impressive.
Yeah. So we have started, as you know well aware, in Indian constitution and Indian society, status of women is lower than men. So naturally, male child is preferred over the female child. Male child is considered to be blessing rather than girl child. For example, I got married, I am a Dalit Christian and I got married with a Muslim man. So when I was carrying this girl, my in-laws, they don't want to give birth to girl child because first I had male child. They were thinking that afterwards I will be giving birth to girl child. So they wanted to abort me. So that is the situation in India. And they don't like me at all because I belong to Dalit community. So they wanted my husband to get another woman. So after a long struggle, I got rid of that clutches and is a giant cross comprehensive rural operation service society, a voluntary organization. Where I worked, I learned many things in both rural and urban areas. So I have registered the Dalit Women Forum. I discussed with several people, like-minded people. They had suggested me to register in the name of the Dalit Women Forum. So after searching for resources, we have started our work with domestic violence. So it a campaign on domestic violence. Dalit Women Forum is one of the member organization of local, state, national level networks, and from the inception, drafting from bill on domestic violence, we were involved as a network in framing Dalit domestic violence. So in that we have several programs, rallies, press meets, lobby advocacy, and awareness camps for adolescent girls, especially since it is domestic violence, and boys also, school boys and girls, college boys and girls. So afterwards, by some reasons, it was stopped. The network couldn't get resources, and we worked with all the resources we got for the Dalit Women Forum one-time grants. So we worked with AIDS people, HIV/AIDS people. We worked with a mandal consist of 37 villages. We organized awareness camp on HIV/AIDS, and in the process of working with these people, we came to know that children are the most vulnerable in this marginalized vulnerable community. So that time in 2006, we have approached state government. That time government India is one of the signatory of UN, one of the signatory of 139 countries. So our Indian government have started, instructed state governments to start alternative schools for children, dropout and never enrolled children. So we have started non-residential bridge courses from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock up to 2013. It is a public-private partnership. So there in the process of working with children, since it is government program, we have to get the dropout and never enrolled children's list from the concerned education officer, MEO, Mandal Education Officer. He is the in charge of a Mandal. So we were asked to get list of dropouts and never enrolled children list from him only. Since government is working, they wanted to show that there are very few dropouts, never enrolled children. They have identified few children only. When we did survey, there were many more. So when we asked, there are several children, never enrolled dropouts, who are rag pickers, beggars, marginalized and vulnerable community like Dalits, tribes. They have reluctant. There are very few children. Anyhow, we started with the number which we did survey. So it was when for 2010, that in charge of the school children, when we worked with the government, once in a week, thrice in a month, they used to visit our centers, and so much as one of the bribe involved in that. So that time only food was given, very not qualitative food. Afterwards, we have applied for residential bridge course in 2010 with 43 children. Again, 2010 to 14, the home was being run with 43 children. Here, never enrolled dropout children are, if a, for example, if a child is dropped out at the age of 6th year, he or she will be, for example, he dropped out for 4 years, her or his age would be 11 years. But government suggested us to enroll that child basing on the age only. 6th class. They are dropped out at the age of 7. he or she is eligible for second class only. And then we were asked not to keep them in the home a second year. Within 10 months, we have to give education to them. Since they are unorganized, we have to counsel them. They are all orphans, semi-orphans, single women children. So we have to give counseling awareness to the one side children and one side that parent or take care. So it's very, yeah.
Yes, so it's a lot of work that you need to do to actually get the girls or boys in your case also into school. This actually leads quite nicely to the fundraising cause that Sharon here in Finland is organizing for Dalit Women Forum there in India. So this new world of kind of digitalization allows us from all over the world to join our hands together and help people in need, no matter where they're situated. As of my understanding, the focus group for this particular fundraising cause that we are talking about is for girls that are living in slums. So slums are the places where people kind of live where they ever can, so they don't have usually any normal housing, or they don't have sanitary systems or possibly electricity. So it's a quite rough, so it's a quite rough place to live. So I have prepared some questions that our customers, so to speak, those who are willing to donate or are hesitating to donate, that want to know more about the cause. And one of the questions that we have received is, for example, that what happens to the girl after 1 year? For this cause we are now we are trying to get the funds for awareness camps that you mentioned there, and also for the school fee, for the needed equipment, books, school uniform, and so on. And after that we have got the girl at school, how do we ensure that she is able to stay at school and continue there?
I would like to...
Yes, go ahead, Sharon.
Excuse me, Vijaya. I personally worked in Dalit Women Forum. So it's not easy at all to make the girl or one kid to stay into the school when they are from unorganized and marginalized community. They're always trying either we will have problem either from parent or either from the children. They might not be interested to study, or parents might not be interested to send their kid who can be a earner. The kid can go to work, get some earning, which will be helpful for their living, survival. So there is always this kind of obstacles coming. So Dalit Women Forum or me or anybody who's working on this always have to work on this. Counsel the children, counsel the parent, counsel. We have to visit several times, not just once in a month, many times. This kind of work is always done. And Vijaya will explain more detail, because she is the one who's working there as of now.
Yes.
So she can explain more problems or on this.
Yes. So this is kind of what Sharon mentioned here. This is kind of linked to the fact that in the fundraising cause we have this budget which has these voluntaries and the awareness camps. So this is linked to this. So as of my understanding, the problem is not so much about the money to get the paid for the girls' fee. That's of course part of the problem.
Yes.
But before she is able to even dream about going to school, we first have to face the parents and make them understand that it's needed. Girls should be educated as well as boys, and it brings benefits in the long run. So please do elaborate it a bit, that how do you actually make this happen, and if people would like to create another cause or support or any other way to help you forward, please also provide suggestions to that.
This, as you know, due to effect of COVID-19, all the people who are living in slums, they lost their jobs. Jobs in the sense they work. Majority of them are domestic workers, daily wage laborers. They don't have entrepreneurial skills. They work as daily labor, no regular job. So there is fluctuation in their earnings. So naturally, these girl children will be engaged in accompanying her mother, either to workplace or domestic work. So we tried our level best. It is generations together. There is a double valued system as throughout the world. It is there, but it varies from country to country. But whereas in India, this double valued system is very much prevailed. So they will think that education to girl child is not important than male child. So these girls are not allowed to go to school, because in this situation they want instant earning. So they are not allowing girl children to go to school. And in the awareness camps, we not only give awareness on literacy or education, it is interlinked. It is one way social problem, and another way it is economic problem. And since these people are vulnerable, caste problem also. Dalit women are three-folds oppressed: class, caste, and patriarchal values. So in the awareness meetings, we will give awareness on some health issues, some legal issues, like some acts concerning to women and concerning to Dalits, and some health topics also. These volunteers are not full-fledged workers. They will be going to door to door, and since government has declared unlock 4 now, they can gather up to 50 people. So these volunteers will be going to their houses. They will be staying surrounding these people, these houses. They will be going there, interaction. They will be mingling with their daily routine work. They will be discussing about formally, informally with the parents. The awareness will be given on social issues, economic issues, legal issues, caste issues. Then only, and the children also, girl children also, they're psychologically they are thinking that they are, and especially these Dalit women, they are thinking this is all karma. In the previous
Yes.
they did some sin. So in this birth, they born as Dalits, born as women. So all these issues will be tackled and given awareness build up.
Yes,
And
so
this
that's actually quite sad that women in Dalit communities has to feel that, okay, I have received a punishment for being born as a woman.
previous.
And so it's
Yes.
kind of like you are already kind of getting accustomed to your destiny, that okay, I must have been such a bad person that I have to be born as a woman and for the lower caste. And it's quite sad reality, considering the work that you must do to make these people realize that you are valued as a human being.
First thing we have to make them realize.
Yes, that you deserve to be treated as a human being. You don't have to stay here. You can be valued as a woman, and you can value as a Dalit community member, and you can be valued as a human being. So that's very important. And I personally, I didn't
Yes.
know that this is the mental mindset that they most of
Yes.
have. And actually breaking that
Yes.
pattern of thinking, when the whole community supports the way that you are thinking that I don't deserve this. So that's quite remarkable to actually go into the mindset of people and do things to change that. I would like to continue from here to the questions. You were mentioning that those people are who are working for you, they're going to the door to door, and in our course description page we are talking about honorary volunteers. So these are the ones that are going there, and these are in the budget, so that you are able to provide some support for the work that they are doing.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people can now better understand. And I had one of the question here, that how is the awareness raising taking place, and are the volunteers going door to door? I think you mentioned that people
Yes.
actually go there, talk with these
Yes.
people, among these people who have these beliefs, or they are in the very bad situation. And as I
Yes.
have read that the COVID situation is actually quite bad there.
Yes.
There is
Yes.
million cases per day coming up. So it really means that those people who don't have anything, they are losing even that what they have. So they are actually very in a bad thing. So could you a bit more elaborate how does it affect actually on girls and women, this COVID situation?
See, it started in India. It started since March, and now from up to August ending, government declared unlock period from September 1st. But government wanted to raise income and increase their income. They have declared unlock. That's all. But the condition is little more worse than before previous situation. So naturally, these people, they will give preference to male child only, and the effect of hunger, food, health, reproductive health care, and the increase in domestic violence. See, shall I tell one thing? During lockdown period, one of a family is consist of 4 members: mother, single widow mother, widow daughter. They are having 2 children, one girl and one boy. A widow mother is, grandma is having 80 years of age. What this grandson did, he raped her. Yeah,
Really? Oh my.
yeah, she died. And the women are, sorry, husbands are forcing women to stand in queue to purchase liquor. But Indian situation, It is, women will think it is unethic. They cannot, a woman cannot stand in front of the liquor shops. And therefore is always, most of the men, they spend their incomes on liquor only. So they wanted, by hook or crook, they wanted their wives to bring money for them to buy liquor. So they are beating them like anything. Even the girl children also. Girl child is, she cannot, when she wants to stop her father not to beat her mother, automatically fathers are beating girls only.
Yes,
And
that's so
as the
sad.
Dalit Women Forum, we tried our level best to distribute food and groceries from churches. They are giving, distributing groceries, food and groceries. We tried our level best to distribute food and groceries, but directly, indirectly, it is affecting women and girl children. Now it is a breathing time. I think that it is a breathing period time that we fortunately we can approach. We encourage that these girl children who are being stopped to go to schools, so that with the support we can able to join them in the schools.
Yes,
So
so there is not only the trouble of being rag pickers and kind of like street children, but these girl children especially, they are facing violence,
yes,
sexual abuse. They
yeah,
are being exploited in many ways.
yes, yes,
So one of the options for the girl is, if they are not in school, they might end up forced marriage. So they are being
yes, yeah, yeah.
married off, or they might be even sold as a sex slave. So they might be
Yes,
kind of earning the income as being a prostitute. So
yeah,
there are so many problems that these girls are facing. And as we know that India has one of the highest rates of rapes. So
yeah,
going, yes, so
I
continue,
would like to
Sharon.
yes,
add to you, like they might also end up getting raped, girl
Yes,
child. As Vijay, I have given one of the examples, 80-year-old woman got raped by the
yes,
grandpa. So I don't know where is safety for the girl child.
yes,
Because
exactly.
when they're not leaving 80-year-old women, then I don't know.
Yeah. So no one is kind of safe from this patriarchal way of thinking that women
yes,
are
yes,
lower than men and they can be treated however. So they're just being an object, not a human
yeah,
being.
yeah,
So this is actually leading to the thing that the importance to have these awareness raising camps for parents is also to raise the questions about these issues that are happening to girls and how in school they actually can protect themselves better, because as I have understood that many parents actually tell that okay, it's better to sell a girl into marriage to protect her, so then actually the only one raping her is her husband. And at least her virginity is safe until her husband rapes her. Even this is so tragic, but this is the reality that these girls are
yeah.
facing. So what is the most difficult thing in the parents when you are explaining the importance of education? Whom are usually the one who are objecting this? Is it the fathers or the mothers or both?
See, the mothers are, they brought up in
Oh, you got stuck.
this double valued
Yes, now it's
society.
working. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you repeat?
Yeah, please repeat. You got
Fathers are directly, yeah. Fathers are directly objecting children.
yes, fathers usually.
But
Okay.
mothers are also, they are also brought up by their mothers, generations together.
Yes.
They are the same values now. So they are the carriers of the culture, values, attitudes. So they only object. You should not laugh louder. You should not run faster. You should, while walking, you should bow your head
Yes.
like this. So they also object not to go to school.
Yes, so it's both ways, and then even the community kind of comes and
yes,
supports their feeling, so that the girl should stay at home, take care of the house, the elderly, help her mother, and then
yes,
the boy can go to school, and then he will provide. So of course the boy has also quite a big burden, because he has to be the provider for the family. But then again, it's kind of weird way of thinking when we could see that with the equality of education we could actually bring quite a lot of good for the whole community.
And even
I got my first child, I distributed good costly sweet. When my daughter, I gave birth to my daughter, that time I distributed only sugar.
Okay. So
I have to obey my in-laws, especially Muslim women. They are very orthodox.
yes, usually in patriarchal religious community this is the case. It goes in every religious group, that they whom have the belief that women are made of men, kind of. Yeah, it's the patriarchal way of seeing things, and that's part of the problem, truly. Sharon, you were telling something. Please continue.
Yeah, for the question, like who will object, or what do they say for objection? The question what you asked, I would like to share that either it's parent, father, or the mother. They will say, if we are sending the children to school or to study, then how we will get food? How are we getting earning to survive? That's the first thing what they say, or objectional statement what they say.
Yes, so it's all about seeing children as a source of income now, and not understanding the kind of like the long-term value of education, that if we now invest in educating both of our children, no matter the gender, then it will bring value in the long run. So it's mostly about the mindset. And this is one of the reasons why we are here to support and help, and why this whole fundraising has been created, because those people who are living in slums, it might be very hard for a Western person to understand, because those people that we are seeing as poor people in Finland, we have those problems here too, but it's nothing to compare for those people who are living in a slum, because we here have the free education system, as well as people in India. And this was one of the questions, that why are these children being sent to private school? Why they are not in public school? Isn't it more expensive? And it's quite different from the public school that we have here in Finland. So could you explain that a bit more for people who could better understand the difference?
It's not
same. First of all,
yes, Vijaya, continue.
Shall I tell, or you will?
Yeah, you continue.
Actually, again and again, I am repeating the same word. In this double valued system, if we go to government schools, when we run residential bridge courses, after 10 months, we have to mainstream them in the schools. They didn't understand anything, but we are strictly ordered. Next year, we should not give the children in the homes. So, he will be the girl or boy who was dropped out for 7 years, 6 years, he or she has to be enrolled in 6th class, and after 10 months, they have to enrolled in the government schools. If we go there, if we go to the government schools are free. They are providing food, but they are providing books, but not set of books. Only 2 books they are giving. And that discriminatory practices, what they are following there, they are making this vulnerable, marginalized children to sit on the back side of the back row. And these children have to clean the building. And the government teachers are happily, they are coming. If the school starts at 9 o'clock, they will come at 10:30. They are enjoying the life. Recently, in 2019, one social audit was done. I will give you, it was done in 11 districts, 53 mandals, 361 villages. In that, most of the children, a total number of 1,928 children could write simple words and gunintalu. Yemantarami gunintalu.
Tables.
5th class children. Low quality of education is given there.
Yes,
Very small number.
Yes, so the governmental schools are actually kind of just addressing the problem enough that they can say that they provide the education, and it almost like ends there. So they have a system that it's barely kind of there so that they can say that they have this education. Yes. and children can go there, but the quality is so poor.
Yes.
That it's better to actually enroll these girls and help and support them and try and keep them in a private school where they actually have a possibility for leading a life. Please continue, Sharon.
Yeah, I would like to add.
Let me complete one more, Sharon.
Yes.
Okay.
Infrastructure is also very poor. In a small classroom, in one classroom, 70 children are engaged. How can they sit in a small classroom? 70 children will be comfortable.
Yeah.
And toilets, washrooms are very, for 300 children, only 2 washrooms are there without sufficient water. How can an adolescent girl go in the periods time? Dropout rate is very high.
There is no hygiene.
So they are getting
yes.
Anna, I can
continue, Sharon.
Yeah. Vijay have said what I was trying to say, that infrastructure is not good, the quality, and the toilets, which is very important. For example, for girl child, it's very important to have a hygienic toilet.
Yes.
And in school, if I'm going to school, I'm going to be there from morning 8:30 or 9 until 3 or 4. So all these hours I need to use toilet, which is really very important. And when I see that toilet, there is high chance of getting reproductive, what do you say that? Reproductive related disease, because it's so unhygienic.
Yes.
And compared to the public schools in India, in Hyderabad, to the public schools in Finland, this public school is like highest private school in India.
International private school in India.
Private school.
Yes, so there is actually quite a lot to do, and I have calculated the price for educating a girl. Just a second, I will do the math here to have the expenses. So it's under 300 euros to educate a girl in a private school for a whole year. And this is on the primary level classes. And what we actually have been talking with Sharon, that for the continuum for these children, that if we only know the price of an education for a girl for every year until she's 18 years of age, that would be the best case scenario if we could have individuals support one's girl schooling throughout her lifetime, basically. So considering that the education of a girl child per month is 25 euros, so if we only could get 12 people to give every month, or 12 people who each would give 25 euros, we would be able to support one girl. So with 25 euros, 12 people, we could already cover up the whole year's expenses for a girl. And I have now only for this lower level education, but I would be happy to get the price tag for educating a girl until she's 18 years of age. So we could cover this topic and make people understand that with how low money they can actually support girls' education in these better schools, because it's not only about getting the girl at school. We want also her to learn. We want her to be safe. We want her to have the possibility when her period starts that she has a place where she can change her sanitary pads and these types of things. So it's very important. And from our perspective, the price tag is very low. If we consider that it can actually save this girl's life, and if she's able to, for example, start a business or get a job and then have a changed mindset, so she understands and values what has been done to her, so the ripple effect starts already there. So she doesn't do it for her girl, but rather educates her as well, and so we're able to continue this cycle. So the price tag for the private school is not actually that big, considering the fact that with 25 euros per month we are able to provide the education already.
Yes. I just want to add one thing, Vijay, one second. Schools which we are Dalit Women Forum is trying to join is not like biggest private school. It's a minimum private, affordable private school.
Yes.
You know, so where children can have better education, a better infrastructure, for example, the building or seating or toilets. This is important things. When they're going to school, it's not only studying. They should also be studying in a better infrastructure. For example, classroom example, what Vijay have given. In one small room, 70 children are sitting. It's unacceptable.
It's amazing amount of children. I have 2 children and they can be so loud and noisy. So I can just imagine if 70 of them are in the room. So it's poor teacher.
There are no proper chairs and benches. Many of the children are sitting on the floor.
Yes. So
and
it's
on
not
top of each other. So I just wanted to add and the change what I'm able to or trying to do because of you know, just now you mentioned about the change of mindset of girl child, because I got opportunity through my mother. Even though I had a discriminatory, my mother had a discriminatory in-laws who were not giving importance to girl, but still my mother could do. I think I was the most importantly, educated. I was the
Yes.
one educated, and she gave importance to me, to make me educated, and she made me, even it was affordable or not affordable, she tried her level best. She sent me to Finland in the first place, in 2014, where I could able to come and do exchange study, and I could study internationally, know the things here, and I went back, and whatever I could able to do all my life is because of her mindset and her the way of thinking, and she gave me opportunity. So my mindset, I'm trying to give opportunity to other girl child or other women.
Yes,
So
so this is so perfect, because women who are empowered empower others. So it's
yes,
a ripple effect. You are a perfect example of that.
yes, I want to say this as many times as possible,
Yes,
because
because it's important. Yes.
I got opportunity. So I'm thinking in that way that, so now I have opportunity to try myself, to see that if they can get opportunity same way as me. I'm fortunate, or I'm lucky that I got this kind of situation, and I'm in this kind of life now, where
Yes.
many women and girls are not having it.
Yes, and it's so important to bring this up, because you are an example of what can happen if a woman is strong and determined and powerful and courageous enough to stand against the oppression. Because it's not easy. It's not actually easy to say that, no, I'm not swallowing this bullshit. It's not like this. I have my own mind. I am valuable, and I deserve better. And I admire both of you for
Thank you.
doing what you are doing, and I'm doing my best at this end to help at as many girls as possible. And even this is the pilot testing. We are just in the beginning. It doesn't mean that it has to end here. We will do it again. We will try again. We will take the steps. It might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take our whole lifetime, but at least if we are able to do something that empowers someone to start again his or her own mission, then we have been succeeding quite well. Because it's not only about the money or this fundraising cause, it's about all of those girls who need someone to support and lift them up. We are getting towards an end. And there is, of course, always, for people who have got quite frustrated with the fundraising and charities and corruption, for misuse of money. And this is one of the reasons why we encourage is established, because we know that there are many organizations that don't actually do what they are supposed to with the money. And this is the number one concern for most of the donors, that, okay, if I give money here, where does it actually end up? How do I make it sure? And we from our end want to make sure that people actually are able to follow up the money, to know what happens. And of course, our mission is to empower women and girls. So we want to make sure that the money goes where it should. So because many of the donors are afraid of the misuse of the donations and corruption, could you explain why they should trust Dalit Women Forum? And I know that you yourself have also faced corruption and the kind of like the rotten system of how NGOs might be kind of exploited. Oh, your mic is off. You are on mute. Yes, now.
As I have already told, Dalit Women Forum is a registered body consisting of 7 members.
Yes, continue.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
It is consisting of 7 members. I can proudly say that one of the governing body board member is from target community. Do you understand, Anna? She is from the slum. This is one indication how transparent we are. And the bank will be operated with a joint account of 3 members. Executive founder member come executive secretary is compulsory signatory, can operate either with president or treasurer. It is one part. Second part, since it is Dalit Women Forum is registered in 1993 but started working in 2001, I told. If as as an organization, if it is corrupted, we cannot stand in the field for 20 years. People are not, they are economically backward, that's all. But they are not that innocent that we thought, that we think. They can understand. We are staying in the field for 20 years itself is an indicator. Whether we are spending on people or not. And I have given references from 2 funding agencies. If Dalit Women Forum is corrupted, how can they accept to recommend me?
And as Vijaya have just mentioned that she's proudly announced that one of the executive member is from the target community, and she's also, and what is the post she's having, Vijaya?
Treasurer.
The one of the member who is from the target community is treasurer. So
Yes.
Dalit Women Forum having board members, one of the board members from the target community who lives in the slum. So this shows that Dalit Women Forum is not trying to do anything wrong, because they involve the community. One of the person who's come from the community be the treasurer, so she knows everything what's happening in Dalit Women Forum.
Yes, so basically,
adding to what Vijaya have said.
yes, so basically one of your advantages as an NGO is the fact that you are not only supporting those people who live in slums and who are vulnerable, but you actually have people from that community, so they have the kind of the first-hand touch, and they understand the importance of delivering the help where it should go, because they are part of that, and they can see the suffer and the misuse of these people. So it's kind of like helping you also to access these people.
Yes.
So kind of, it's not some kind of a fancy organization there in the nice neighborhood where you can enjoy your life and then go and give alms for these people, but this is actually a grassroots level organization that works with the people, for the people. So so this is kind of like the situation and the reality. So you are not those fancy people who are lifting up their own self-esteem for doing this work, but you are actual people who have been there, done that, seen it, worked with those people. So I think that's so important, and it gives the kind of the scope of this, because we also know that there are so many of those organizations who are quite nice and glimmering and shimmering outside, but then when you start scratching the surface, you don't find anything. It's empty and shallow. So it's very important to know that you have the people who are there, who know these people, who have the experience of what these people are feeling, and especially this fact that you are a part of this community of Dalit women. So you know what you are talking about. You have experienced it by yourself and you have faced the discrimination. So I think it's very important, because for me personally, as a Scandinavian woman, I am so privileged compared to any other, and it might be hard for us to understand it from the point of view of those people and have the empathy. But I think you have answered very, very well and nicely for all of these questions. And because of the technical problems, we were unable to go live, but I had an idea while we were talking here, and I was thinking that if I'm able to make something with my phone to start a live session on our Facebook, so we could say there hi for people, and then I will share this recording. So let's see if I'm able to make that happen, so you can say there hi for these people. I will take this. Can you still hear me well?
Yes.
Yes. So let's start the live video. It will be now on my phone. So hello, this is Anna Juusela. We encourage, we were supposed to have a live session here on Zoom. I have here with me Vijaya and Sharon Elizabeth from Dalit Women Forum. And we had some technical problems to start the live video from Zoom, so that's why I'm taking the live here. But we have recorded the session with Vijay and Sharon, so we will be sharing that recording for you shortly. We have been answering some great questions that we have received from people, and we will be accepting more questions. And of course we would like to have the donations for the cause page. Here, please say hey to the viewers, Vijay. Oh, your mic is on mute.
Vijaya, unmute the mic.
Yes, so Vijaya is the founder of Dalit Women Forums. That's the target organization of our fundraising cause. And here is also Sharon.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. This is Sharon Freundlich. I'm from Finland at the moment, but I'm from India. Minä olen kotoisin Intiasta.
Oh, hän puhuu suomea.
Vähän.
Wonderful. Yes. So we had some technical issues, as I mentioned, and for that reason, this live video will be recorded, and I will be providing it to our Facebook page shortly. So now I will end this one, and it will be showing there. I will then provide this video as well for the viewers, and I will put also the questions on the post, so please then you can share it for your network if there are people who are also interested.
Yeah, I was about to ask about share the recording, so I can also, because in this Zoom meeting, Vijaya have shared a lot of things which I couldn't share, because practically she's having more experience and more knowledge because she's in that target area.
Yes, yes.
I'm here in Finland, and I know I have experience working with Dalit Women Forum, but more information and more experience related information is given by Vijaya. That's why I wanted us to have a session with Vijaya also along with us.
And I think this has been actually very, very good session, because it has taught me a lot about your work, and I hope maybe we are able to have another session later on if there is more questions, and people please do share more of the questions if you have. I will tag Dalit Women Forum so people can also contact you by Facebook and directly ask questions or offer support and so on. So don't hesitate to ask that also there. So
Questions are very
yes.
much welcome. Me or Vijaya will definitely
Yes.
answer the questions.
With pleasure.
Yes, perfect. And of course, people do donate on the cause. We have it live. We have almost 700 euros collected. And there is, of course, our commission and some marketing expenses, and those are taken away. But then there is almost already for 3 girls to go. So I think that's already like an awesome thing if we are able to get at least those enrolled. We have the aim for 25 girls. So then the next step after this would be to provide them education for the second year. So then we can consider how we can enable that. But now we are concentrating for this first pilot testing course. So please, I will also provide the link for the donations, and donations are possible to do all over the world. So people can be from wherever, as at least of my understanding. Yes.
Please,
Great.
I would like to say, please do come forward and donate for this cause and give opportunity for them to be empowered themselves, so they can give opportunity to others to empower.
Yes, good.
Nen Japala.
Yeah.
I think after this question answer session, you will be having clarity about the status and situation of girl child in India. Please come forward and donate to transform their lives. Thank you.
Thank you. It was such a
Thank
nice
you, Anna.
discussion.
Thank you. Very glad, very happy to meet you, and very lively discussion, encouraging discussion.
Yes.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Vijaya, and thank you, Anna.